Now, when you were coaching, Bill, you didn't mind throwing the ball.
No, no. As a matter of fact, I found it a lot of fun, you know. I enjoyed throwing the ball.
The ball this time does go into the end zone, and so the ball will be brought out to the 20-yard line. Gibbs was afraid that perhaps that ball was going to die again on the 1 as it did earlier, and he was going to have to return it. Instead, it bounced into the end zone, and the Lions will have it at the 20-yard line. Coach Kaplinovich on the sideline encouraging his troops. 3-6 last year, the Hillbillies on the verge of moving to 7-1 this season.
And now with Immaculate, it's a matter of pride, you know. They'd like to get on the board. I know John Finnegan would like to see him get on board. They've got another game to play.
Gibbs rambles across the 25-yard line to the 26, a 6-yard pickup.
He's a good runner. He's not getting the same kind of blocking that Anico has been getting.
Verona, high-powered offense, over 30 points per game, stingy on defense, giving up just a shade under 13.
Twins to the right, left end split wide, 2 backs in the backfield.
Theobald airing it out, looking for Ross, incomplete. Might have heard some footsteps, well covered by Ward. Cavello was coming over, and I think he might have heard Cavello and shortened up just a little bit.
But he threw the ball the only place that it could be caught, not intercepted, and there was a possibility of it, you know, of there being a completion. And he did fire it just in time. There's the ball, you know, possibility of a catch.
Ken Jennings injured for the Hillbillies. Seen a couple of nagging injuries. Lateef Bradley was injured in the first half. I see him on the sideline. The equipment's off, so he will not return, suffering a groin injury on a pass completion. Kevin Connor was shaken up. He's back in for Immaculate, and now Jennings shaken up. We're going to take a short break here. 6:05 to go in the third quarter. Verona on top by a comfortable margin.
All this and more every week on the Suburban High School Sports Report. Thursdays at 7:30 and Saturdays at 7, only on Suburban Cablevision TV3.
Back at Verona High School, Jennings came off under his own power. Seems to be okay. Quick hitter to Hunt, and Hunt has the first down.
Jennings seems all right. He's key defensively, you know. He's responsible for 19 tackles on defense. He's someone they don't want to miss.
Well, that's called 19 key tackles, and he injured himself, as you saw on the tail end of that replay. He was the man who was making the hit as Theobald released the ball, and it appears he ran into his own man. They call those key tackles, Bill.
Is that right?
And they make that determination as from a regular tackle as Theobald airs it for Ross, complete for a first down. Ward on the coverage, but it's complete down to the 25. Just to get back to it for a moment, those are not necessarily touchdown-saving tackles, but it could include a touchdown-saving tackle. Tackle that prevents a play from being a longer gain than it could be, or stops a first down from being made, that type of deal.
That was a great catch. I bet they practiced that play a long time. He just knew where to throw it, and he just knew where the ball was going to be. One of these things you spend a lot of time after practice working on, and pays off.
Generally, if the ball's near Ross, he catches it.
He's got good hands. He's a good receiver.
Only a sophomore. Also plays basketball for the Lions. He splits out to the left of the line. To the air again they go. It's behind Gibbs and incomplete.
Well, even if he caught it that time, why, he was covered like a blanket. 2 people just looking for him to catch the ball so they could pop him. One thing you got to say about those Verona kids, they'll hit you. You give them a shot and they'll hit you. They're tough.
Immaculate will conclude its season on Thanksgiving Day when they take on the Glen Ridge Ridgers. Glen Ridge having a nice season.
Always a good game. They're neighbors, you know. Live maybe a mile apart.
On second down, it's Philip Hunt. And Hunt picks up about 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. That offensive line now starting to blow off the defensive line a little bit, getting a little room, and they've been able to pick up some yardage on the ground.
That's what it takes, you know. You got to block people. A lot of things have changed in this game, you know, but there's one thing that hasn't, and that's the fact that if you're going to score, if you're going to be effective, you got to block people. You got to knock people down. That's the way the game was originated, and that's still in effect.
Jennings back in the game for the Hillbillies. It is Gibbs. Gibbs has the first down.
He was hit, and he gained about 4 yards after he was hit.
Greg
Marion.
Marion.
I saw a late flag.
Late flag on the play. Greg Marion made the initial stop, but Gibbs continued his forward momentum. The Lions are saying the penalty is against Verona.
Officials are doing a good job of keeping his ball game completely under control. No nonsense. I like that.
Win Cornwright, the referee, a personal foul called against Verona, marked from the spot of the infraction. It'll be marked half the distance to the goal line,
which is better than the spot that they had.
It's down to the 6-yard line.
And it's first down.
1st and goal.
Looks like it's on about the 3-yard line.
Excuse me, it was after they had picked up the first down. It's actually now 1st down and about 3.5. So they'll be able to pick up a first down. They've got to get down inside the 5-yard line in order to do that. Flag thrown, a couple of them. Well, that's the one thing that you don't want to see when you're knocking at the door.
That happens to teams that aren't winning. Never happens to teams that are winning. That's team discipline, you know. That's what they call it. It's not the discipline, you know, the kind of discipline where you do things bad. It's the kind of discipline where you don't stay together, where you make those foolish mistakes, things that hurt a team. And invariably, they happen to teams that are not doing well.
So it's 1st and 8. Backwards pass to Johnson. Immediately met by Marion and Marion, the cousins, Greg and Dave.
You know, the play needs to be set up. First of all, the attempt to throw the ball has got to be made. The fake has to be completed, and then the quick pitch to the flare back.
Timeout called by Immaculate Conception. Bill, let's take a listen to that tackle as some hard hitting is made.
That's real popping, isn't it? That's head popping, they say.
So the Lions call a timeout, loss on the play of about a yard. It's 2nd down and 9. 4 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Next week we'll have playoff action for you on TV3. And the announcements will be made officially by the New Jersey State Interscholastic Athletic Association. They'll release them on Monday.
You know, it would be terrible, Matt, if we didn't mention the fact that Richie Meyer, the AD down here, and Ben Tantillo, the principal, have been such great hosts. Real nice people.
No doubt about it. We thank them for their hospitality. You saw some of the youngsters here at Verona playing one of those annual, or actually weekly football games where you just give one guy the ball and everybody tries to tackle him. Here's Theobald rolling outside, and he's in for the touchdown.
That was a predetermined run by the quarterback. Evidently, Verona had undershifted. They hadn't gone to the strong side, and they didn't rotate quick enough. And they'll hear about it when they see the films on Monday.
Theobald with the